Welcome to the 11 o'clock Kirby Heritage 2 hour. Look at all this Kirby Heritage 2 stuff and a camcorder battery that somehow managed to sneak along. It's an iCAD battery, you can tell. I'm sure it'll stay there. But I got these. Two of these I was given for free, along with all the rest of the pieces that you see. And then this one I actually bought yesterday for probably way too much money, but it's about what they're worth now. So I don't know what I'm going to do with three of them. I'm certainly not going to keep three of them, and that is not your invitation to beg, whine, and wheedle to buy one in the comments. But what I think I'm going to do, first and foremost, is I'm going to test them, because I don't think all of these work. I think some of these have motor problem, or I think what I was told right is of these two, one of these has a bad motor. It doesn't turn on or something. That one I haven't done anything with, and I'm going to have to check the bag in that, because I think it's probably got either a bag in it, or they just ran it empty, because I think it's got junk in it. This one, on the other hand, looks okay. Although, obviously, again, it looks like they probably ran this without a bag. So, okay, well, that startled the crap out of me. Because it was on. It's not seized. Let's see. What does this do? So this one might be the one that works. Come on. Yeah, that one's the one that seems like it works. So let's go try another one. And yes, I know, before somebody points it out, the belt's not on this, so it's not going to move. This looks weird to me. I don't know if this is actually how this is supposed to be, but something about this doesn't look right. Alright, I think this is the dead one. Because the light's on. It's not doing anything. Let's see if I hit the switch, if it does anything. Yeah, that's off. So, this is the one that doesn't work. Alright, good to know. Well, that's odd. It's got a paper bag in it. So that's actually pretty good, which means that this outer bag is in good condition. But they've taped it. And I don't profess to understand for the life of me why they would have done that. Unless maybe the bag isn't the right bag. I don't know, but that's going to take a little bit of effort to get off of there. Okay, she's plugged in. Now, there's no light on this one. But it seems to work. I don't know if the beater brush is actually running. I think that's probably the next thing I'm going to check. Although I'm going to put a bag on this. I got to clean up the rest of this tape. I'll put a bag on it, because it's actually pretty easy to put a bag on it. And I think in this bunch of crap over here, I actually have some style number 2 genuine Kirby bags. So that's pretty nice. I might even have more than that. There, of course, is the use and care. I think there's a couple more in here. Yeah, there's a couple of aftermarkets. There's some more Kirby's in there, including one that's out. I think that's the correct one for this. I'll have to look. Might not be, though. No, that's style number 2, so yeah, that's the correct bag. Okay, so we've determined some stuff here. I've got the belt on this one hooked up now. This is the thrift one that I got the other day. And it seems like it's actually working. But man, are those bearings dry. So, so I'm going to have to do something about that. Because that'll be no good. That'll probably wear out the belt pretty quickly if those bearings are dry like that. Because it'll make it harder for the motor to turn it, and it might actually lock up and then cause the motor to burn the belt out. You had that problem with the the much more modern whisper tone that we've got here at the house. It's had problems where the hair has gotten wrapped around the bearing and caused issues, and I don't really want to do that. It smells like burnt popcorn. That's not really a good smell. I don't know if this is really on here 100% correctly. This kind of looks a little weird. I don't think it's really supposed to look like that. It almost looks like maybe this was done incorrectly to start with. I'll have to look at the other one because the other one looks like it's done more properly. But, yeah, clean this one up, and I think we got a winner here. So that'll be good. This one, I'm probably just going to take the bag assembly off of that and put it onto this. I was kind of concerned for a minute that I was maybe missing something on this bag assembly because you can see this here. This is what the end looks like. And the bag that I happened to find, at least the first bag I happened to find, looked like this. I think you'll agree. And that doesn't quite look the same. So, as it turns out, all of these bags that are sitting right here are a Style 2 bag. These that are sitting over here, this aftermarket one, and then this bag of, which I'm pretty sure is not complete, but this bag of genuine Kirby's, these are Style 3. And the Style 3s, at least insofar as I can tell, see if I can maybe get these out enough of here to confirm this. This is great videography, I'm telling you what. Yeah, this doesn't really want to cooperate. You can see that's a circular opening. While it still seemed like it might not actually fit properly on that, it still seemed a little off. It's a lot better than trying to put that on there. That wasn't going on there for love nor money. And these ones actually did try and work, so I don't know where all of these came from, but none of them are useful for this. So I guess I got a bunch of Style 2 bags I'm going to have to sell or do something with. That was too bad. I thought I had a bag mother load here, and it turns out probably about 60% of them aren't even for these vacuums. So, oh well. I'm sure if I really cared enough, I could probably find a tube assembly and put one together that would actually work with that. This is really going to need to be cleaned up. It's a mess. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to get a vacuum and vacuum that out. But anyway, yeah. That's what I've got. I'll go through the accessories later. It's 11:30 on a work night. I got to go to bed. So, well, at least we've gotten somewhere. I have two that have potential. This one is probably a parts unit. I don't think the light works either. So it's really kind of too bad. I've only got one that's got a working light. Kind of a pain. I was hoping that one would have been the one that had a working lamp. But does this even have a lamp in it? Oh yeah, it does. There's a lamp in there. I'll have to figure out how to get that out of there. Hope that's not going to be too much of a pain in order to do. I don't know. It looks like... Are those screws or what are those? I can't tell. This little plastic thing probably has to come out. I don't really know how you do that. That looks like that might be a pain to actually do. So that's cool. Looking forward to that. Trying to get that apart. But yeah, this one might just get torn down to the studs. If only so I can see how to tear apart the other ones and hopefully do it right on the other ones and not wreck them. But I don't know if this one... It's not seized up or anything, but it just doesn't run. So I almost wonder if it's something simple. Could be. Maybe there's loose connections in it or something. It's got a power cord. The right power cord. So, yeah. Electric shock could occur if used outdoors or on wet surfaces. Oops. Okay, so I consulted a friend of mine who knows more about these machines than I do, and I have been informed that there is apparently a switch on these somewhere. And I don't know where it would be. In fact, actually, it's probably right there. That will not let these things run if the attachment on the front, whether it's the hose or the actual brush attachment, is not in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the attachment off of that one, put it onto this one, we'll see if it works. Okay. I don't like this. This is like this. Or the fact that that is so difficult to move, but whatever. The brush roll on the front of this is extremely stiff. I can't even get that belt to go on top of the little loop thing. So, I can't get the belt on the motor, but just having that there should be sufficient. Let's see if this thing scares the crap out of me because it's powered on. No, it's not. Let's see what it does. It works. Sweet. So I'm going to focus my efforts on this one. Okay, I switched the bag between the two. This is the other one that had no bag previously. Let's see what it does. Try and flatten this. That's a little better. I've got nothing on the hose. So, I don't know, there could be something wrong with that hose, would be my guess. Okay, I believe I have figured out why I have no suction in this hose. Let's try and move some of this crap out of the way so at least I can get to the vacuum cleaner. Watch this. Power it on here. And I could swear to you that this light was not working. Apparently it's decided to start working. It's not as bad as I thought, but there's a hole in the hose somewhere around here. So that hose is basically useless, which is unfortunate, but I mean, I guess it's not a big deal. If I really want a hose, I've got 1,000,001 perfectly serviceable canister vacuums that I can use. But, it would be nice to have the hose. My priority right now, I think, is going to be figuring out these attachments and probably figuring this out, because this one, I believe, is 100% functional. Or at least it seems to be 100% functional. I could try it with the hose and see if it behaves any better, but for now, I want to go through these attachments and figure out what I've got in terms of pieces. As far as extra pieces are concerned. So, maybe I'll focus on that. Also, it came with this. There's actually some in there, too. I'm surprised that it's not completely solid at this point. I don't know how old that bottle is. Okay, so here's number 2. We'll call it number 2. With the carpet polisher installed. Let's see what the suction's like now. Way better. I'm telling you what. That's what it's supposed to be. I'll go ahead and I'll open this. Try and get this out. That's doing what it's supposed to. But I'm not convinced. Let's try the other one too. This is unit 1. I don't know if that emptor is on there. That's a pain in the ass to change. Hope it's plugged in. Yeah. So, obviously the problem is the hose. For completeness sake here on the video, I think I've already done this, but here's the one that I got at thrift. I forgot that this was the one that had the bad bulb in the front. I almost called it an LED. Wow. Okay, to wrap this video up, I'm sure that people are not going to be too happy about the fact that it's not a restoration video. It doesn't show any final products, running, vacuuming anything, or anything like that. But really, the purpose of this video was to demonstrate them, show you what I've got, and eventually, when I actually have the time to give these things the time that they deserve, because I really don't, at this particular point in time, then we can go ahead and restore them. Or restore one of them, because, like I said at the beginning, I'm not keeping all 3, but, for now, I've managed to sort all the parts that I've got. This represents a complete set of parts. And then over here, I've got whatever's left. Plus all of the extra bags, the Style 2 bags that won't actually fit on these. So, well, there is one other piece that is missing. This piece, I'm probably just going to put that on one of the 3 vacuum cleaners and it can sit there. What I would like to ultimately do is switch this emptor, this bag, onto this one, and then keep this one as the one that I can use permanently. Because this bag is clean, or at least it's cleaner than the other one. This one, which somebody used without an inner bag. But I can't get this emptor off, and I'm not going to employ too much violence. I'll probably need to work on that when it's maybe a little bit warmer outside. So. And this one is just the extra. The problem with this one is that the bulb is dead. Otherwise, I would just use this one for everything, and these 2 can be the parts units. But since the bulb on that's dead, and the bulb on this is good, I mean, it's probably not too difficult to replace a light bulb in one of these, but if you don't have to, why do it, right? So, there you go. And I do know that the belt on this is good, and this is running. There's a little green light here that actually lets you know when this piece is turning, which is a good feature to have. So, anyway, there's the state of my Kirby Heritage 2 collection that I did not really expect to have, but that I have now. Thanks for watching, and if you've got any comments, feel free to leave them below.